Hey everyone, welcome back to Kat's Novel Adventures. I have another Old School April vlog to share with you. It includes what I've been reading, watching, eating, as well as some activities I've been up to since I last touched base with you. I hope you enjoy it. See you soon. Sunday morning, and I started my morning off with some blueberry Eggo waffles. Woot woot. And since Friday, I have watched 3 more movies. I watched Don't Look Under the Bed, a Disney original. I attended the watch party for Teen Witch, and on Saturday night, my husband and I watched The Frighteners from 1996, starring the fabulous Dee Wallace and one of my crushes, Michael J. Fox. It was a lot of fun. I also started a Pokemon puzzle, and I'm hoping I will be able to finish it before the end of April. I got the border done, so I'm off to a great start. I also finished The Unexpected Guest, which is adaptation by Charles Osborne of the 1958 play by Agatha Christie. I could not figure out who the murderer was, even though I kept going back and forth, back and forth. I did have some suspicions about the person who ended up being the murderer, but I just couldn't quite put my finger on why I was so suspicious of this person. I really enjoyed it, and I wish I could see this performed on the stage because I think it would be fabulous. Also, I am making progress on Double Date, a Fear Street book by R.L. Stine. I must say it's taken a little bit to get to some action. I'm on like page 79 or chapter 16. I will say I do not care for the character Bobby. I never want to wish any harm to anyone. Although he is a fictional character, I really do hope that somebody puts him in his place because he is kind of a jerk. He's very conceited. He thinks he's God's gift to everyone. And I can't stand him. I hope either he is shown the error of his ways and can change, or somehow they get rid of him somehow. I don't know. First Fear Streets, I'm not sure where this is gonna go. In addition, I will be starting my book club selection for April, and that is We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix. It is such a beautiful book. I can't wait to dive into this. I love the fact that it centers around heavy metal music, seems like a good time, and I will be digging into it today. I'm not really sure what I'll be watching later this evening. Perhaps some Good Burger, maybe The Breakfast Club, or perhaps The Burbs. Not really sure what is on my watch schedule for this evening. but I know I'll watch something for sure.
But I find her books are very readable. Also, it's on KU, so you don't need a physical copy, but look at this. I mean, I love this cover, and Tastes Like Candy also has an amazing cover, so.
Yeah, it looks great. I don't know if you had heard, I started our book club pick.
That was going to be that's going to be this week for me too. So I've got a different cover on mine. It looks like a Rolling Stone magazine.
Yes, I know. I love all the different covers. Good morning. Today is Wednesday morning and I am out taking Lunabelle for a walk. So I thought maybe this might be a good time for me to update you on what's been going on with me with Old School April. I have watched a couple of movies. I got to see The Burbs again after a very long time. Hilarious. The neighbors are just too crazy and up to a lot of shenanigans. So fun to watch it after so many years. I also got to see Good Burger, which, oh my goodness. Good Burger is hilarious, even though Kenan and Kel are ridiculous. And Sinbad, those clothes that Sinbad wore in that movie, too much. I just thought that was hilarious too. But it was really a great fun. Haven't seen Good Burger in so long. I remember seeing that at the movie theater with my oldest son, Barry. It seems like a million years ago. Let's see what else I've been up to. Oh, my puzzle. I'm doing really wonderfully with my puzzle. I was hoping I'd be able to finish it by the end of the month, but it is quite possible I will be able to finish it by the end of this week, possibly this weekend. I'm also making progress with my reading. I finished Double Date. I'm really glad I stuck with it because even though I can't stand the character Bobby, I can see why R.L. Stine made him so despicable. It's basically because what ends up happening in the second part of the book and then also at the end is very satisfying. I would highly recommend sticking with it if for some reason you don't like the Bobby character, because it's well worth it. Also, I'm making progress in We Sold Our Souls, the Grady Hendrix book. I'm enjoying it. I'm probably about 100 pages in. I'm reading it more like a thriller than a horror book at this point anyway. We're finding out a lot of backstory of what happened with the band, why there's so much animosity between the main character Chris as well as the other members of the band, and where the hatred comes for Terry Hunt. So I also just read the part where we find out what happened that fateful night at the witch house, where their lives basically changed forever from that point on. So really good, very interesting in my opinion. I also started Nancy Drew's The Secret of the Old Clock. I'm enjoying that one as well. It's been so long since I read a Nancy Drew book. This is actually the first one in the series, and Nancy has met some various families who are in dire financial situations. She finds out that Josiah Crowley, an elderly gentleman, had promised these families some money when he passed away. Well, he ends up living with the Tofin family for about 3 years and is kind of cut off from all of these families. Well, he passes away, and the Tofin family claimed that he left everything to them in his will. Well, the families are a little upset about that. Nancy is basically drawn into this mystery. So she's really getting involved, her dad's getting involved, and she's at the point where she's picking up some clues, trying to figure out, does Josiah Crowley have another will hidden somewhere, and where is that will hidden? So that's pretty much where I'm at as far as my reading and what I'm watching. I do want to watch the Goosebumps movie, The Cry of the Cat, I believe is the title of it. I have several other movies I need to watch. I should be watching Blair Witch Project as well as Wayne's World pretty soon. I also did sprints last night with Kelsi. She hopped on with me, and I sprinted for quite a while, about 6 hours. So it's the longest I've sprinted in my history of sprinting, but it was a lot of fun. I love hanging out with everybody and chatting in the comments. So let's see what else I've done. Oh, I also ate a toaster strudel, blueberry flavor. That completes eating a Pop-Tart, waffle, and the toaster strudel section of Old School April. I still have to make s'mores, haven't done that yet, but hopefully by the end of the month. I feel like I have so much time, but at the same time I feel like time is passing by so quickly. I feel like Old School April will be over any moment now, and that's kind of sad. I mean, it's not to say that you can't watch old movies and eat old snacks and all that kind of stuff, but it just is so fun to be able to do Old School April with a community. I'm having a blast. Well, I'm going to sign off now. Luna and I are almost home, so toodles for now. Have an awesome day. Bye. Happy Thursday morning, everyone. I wanted to give you a quick update before I go run errands around Hammond. One of the places I need to stop is the post office. I need to drop off a birthday card for my friend Melissa, as well as my Netflix video. I watched The Cry of the Cat, which is a Goosebumps episode, last night. So I want to go drop this video off so that I can get the next DVD in my queue. I thought it was a pretty good Goosebumps episode. It was a little bit different than what I anticipated. The practical effects were pretty good. At least the mom, she looked pretty creepy. The makeup, I thought, was really well done. As far as reading, I am 70 pages from finishing The Secret of the Old Clock in my Nancy Drew mystery. I've read a couple of chapters in We Sold Our Souls. I did both this morning. Well, I have to say that both Nancy Drew and Chris are in some precarious predicaments. It seems that way. I know that Nancy is going to be okay because she, of course, is going to be in the next mystery number 2, which is The Hidden Staircase. However, I'm not sure how she's going to get out of her predicament. Both of them are trapped in different ways, and it'll be interesting to see how Nancy gets out of her situation. As far as Chris, she is not doing too well. In fact, she has put some trust in some of her bandmates from back in the day, and they have not turned out to be so trustworthy. I really am worried about her. I'm also a little concerned about a young girl named Melanie. It's like the secondary storyline in We Sold Our Souls. She is kind of like Chris in the sense that she's trying to get out of her small town situation. I think she's about to do something not too smart. But anyway, I'm kind of curious to find out if their paths are going to cross and somehow they are going to come together to get out of whatever is going to happen to them. I don't know. Everything's still mysterious to me. I really don't know everything that has put her to this point, except that something happened at that witch house and it changed the trajectory of all of their lives. Unfortunately, Chris is the only one that's not on board. So stay tuned and we shall see how these two women are able to get out of their situations. I really am hoping that I am going to be able to finish the Nancy Drew book today. I do have to take my mother-in-law to the doctor after lunch, and then I also have improv class tonight. So I am going to try to squeeze in some reading in between everything I have planned for today. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you soon.
Welcome to Old School April Readathon, readings, friends. I'm hoping to go a little bit longer today, probably till like 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Never stop.
I know, yeah, I will have to stop. Camera. But yeah, we have Andrew from It Came From the Page here, and Kat from Kat's Novel Adventures, and all the other co-hosts are linked down below in the description box, and the Discord is also linked, so highly suggest checking that out. It is not too late to join.
As you can see, it was another fun-filled week participating in Old School April. I am having a blast. I'm sure you're wondering, did I finish The Secret of the Old Clock? Yesterday, I jumped on sprints with Katrina very briefly because I had improv class last night. I finished 37 of the 70 pages I had left. I was hoping once I got home from improv that I would be able to complete the remaining 33 pages. Well, I got home, I had to take care of Ice Cream Bar. He had a lot of funky bedding in his water, so I had to do that first and then load the dishwasher. By the time I got ready for bed and tried to read, I got through maybe 1 or 2 pages and then I was falling out. It was a busy day yesterday. So I ended up waking up this morning and I completed The Secret of the Old Clock. I'm so excited. I really enjoyed it. It has probably been one of my most favorite books that I have read this whole entire month because it really has taken me back to my childhood. This book is a book that I checked out when I was in middle school, and it just brought back wonderful memories. I just love the storytelling. I love the character of Nancy Drew. And it really is old-fashioned, and I really like that simplistic aspect of it. I chose this book for the old technology. As you can see, she has an old clock here. I like how the cover photo matches exactly what happened in the story. When she gets the old clock, she retrieves it. There is not only just the clock that's old school. Obviously, there are no cell phones. Nancy had to contact the state police headquarters and literally had to drive somewhere to use someone's phone. There are no fax machines back in this time period either, and documents are hand delivered. Nancy actually hand delivers documents from her father to a judge, They had to make copies of a will, and they used a photostat copier, which to me is an old school term. I loved it. It was a great time. The mystery, of course, was solved. And I will say it was a happy ending. I also like the fact that they give you a tease for what is the next mystery that Nancy's going to solve. This, of course, is her very first mystery as an amateur sleuth, and she did a terrific job, obviously. I also finished 2 more chapters in We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix. Chris is still trapped at the Well in the Woods Rehab Center, and her predicament doesn't look like it's going to get any better anytime soon. I will be finished this book by the end of the weekend because I do have a book club meeting on Tuesday evening. I'm also going to start Rise of the Princess by DAL. I've had this on my TBR since December of 2022, and it was also on my TBR last month, and I wasn't able to get to it. So I really, really want to make an effort to get this read before the end of Old School April. This leaves me with 4 more books on my April TBR. I also have, I believe, 6 movies left to watch, plus at least 1 episode from the X-Files, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Forever Night. And I do have several activities to complete, including my Pokemon puzzle, which I am making pretty good progress. I really want to be finished that by the end of this weekend as well. Lots more fun to cram in the next 8 days. I have quite a few things I want to accomplish. I would like to make s'mores. I would like to play a couple of more board games since Kelsi and I only played 3. I really would like to sing an old school song because you know how much I love to sing. Also, I want to catch up on my 6 Sad April photo challenge. I took my last photo and posted it on April 11th. So I'm quite behind, but I wouldn't mind trying to get a couple of more pictures posted on Instagram. Thanks everyone for stopping by for another Old School April update. I greatly appreciate you, and it is definitely a happiness boost for me. I would love to know what you're doing for Old School April. What has been your most fun activity that you've participated in? What are you reading? What are you watching? Please update me in the comments below. In the meantime, stay amazing and be adventurous. And party on with Old School April.